tallying up all the signatures and stuff. And so, you know, it's going to be a while before you get me to come up here and say that I was wrong. But I want you to know that if I'm wrong, as much as I come and accuse you, I will apologize. And I want you to know that. And I want to thank the Republican Party from my side of the delegates to come. And that don't include you, Judy. You're a rhino. In fact, you're a traitor. And I want to thank the Republican Party that comes to hold this city accountable.
Clerk, the next public speaker.
The last speaker for this meeting is Tanya Jones.
Good evening, everyone, especially LaShawn Johnson. Last time you was here, you assaulted me in the bathroom, okay? And Mari, Little Miss Flint, and Michelle Young. Mental health is real. That's what it is. You don't deserve that seat because you walked up to me and my son that's part of the opiate crisis. Oh, I'm not part of Neely. It's people that you need to, I can tell you about. It's about the people, not scamming, not rewriting or whatever, stealing votes, whatever you did. Guess what? God is real. God see everything. And to sacrifice your kids. One thing I ain't gonna do is sacrifice my kids. You sacrifice your kids and you know it. The thing is, y'all say God, oh, praying this, that, whatever. Do y'all really believe in God? You can't believe in God. Because one thing with me dealing with my son and the issues that he got and the reason why I'm here and I see everything that's going on in Flint and I'm not going nowhere. You know what? You know why? Because God is real. So you can't believe God is real. Them flowers, they're beautiful because they from me. Them flowers are beautiful because everything I do it with sincerity. I feel sorry for you because my thing is you work for Neely. That seat you have, can you get that same seat next year? No, you're not even at war. So what's the purpose? This is what I'm learning. You're not even for that seat next year. So if you was for the people, really what's going on? Answer that. That's what you can answer. Is it to move Neely, whatever Neely want? It's like a circus. I call it purge. So I'm watching the opium money, anything for autistic. That's what I'm here for. I'm for the people. I'm for the east side. If people need something or whatever, I'm for the people. Okay? I don't have to have a seat to be for the people. And what you did is wrong. When I say it was wrong, you assaulted me here. We have a court date. I got John Cole court date I got to take care of first. But guess what? I'm still coming for yours too. So we know that as Lewis say, they're not going to do nothing. But yes, God do everything. Have a good night. Congratulations.
Madam Clerk, was that the last speaker?
That's correct.
Okay, it's now time for council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers only after all public speakers have spoken. An individual council member's response shall be limited to 2 minutes. Is there anyone who'd like to address the public? Madam
Michelle, yes, thank you. So just a couple of things. Permits actually go through the city, and that is who approves permits. That we have a department that does that. With special events that happen every year, they already know the permitting process and are familiar with it. Council does not approve or reject permits. And so I just wanted to make sure that we were clear on that. I think that what happened with A10 Day, which I hope is able to continue, which I hope they still want to continue, is that A10 Day has never been that big. This is the first year that it was ever that big. And so I don't know, and I'm not a part of their committee, so I don't know if they requested permitting or requested to have streets shut down, but that is normally the proper way to go through it. So hopefully next year when A10 Day does happen, they do go through the proper channels and that someone does guide them through the proper channels. I also want to state that in the hallway, there are cameras all over. Please feel free to pull any footage for any accusations. I want to also let everyone know that congratulations to the third ward council person. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Peachy said it best. You are filling big shoes, trying to fill the shoes of Councilman Quincy Murphy. I hope that we are all able to work together. I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to move together as a 9-member body. And so I hope that we're looking at the opportunity that we have here to be the best council that we can be for the city. And I do want to just kind of correct something, because I think there's some confusion when they talk about the rule that was stated about council can only convene or adjourn a meeting. Convening a meeting means to start or call an order to meeting, and so to order. And so when we convene meetings, that means start them and call them to order. So that is perfectly in order. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Go ahead.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to everyone that is here and showed up. This is your council chambers. And to the young people, please keep coming. Your energy is welcome in here, and it is needed. It is needed. To Gabrielle, thank you. And I know that took a lot. I was not expecting that. You are a sweet young lady, and you young ladies are too. And I appreciate you, but I appreciate seeing the youth and the young ladies in here. That really warms my heart. It does. I do want to speak to 810 Day and the other issues which have been happening downtown with our police. And I know that there were some meetings with Chief Green, and things have to change. And there's some lawsuits that are coming, which will probably end up in settlements. I'm hoping that we can figure out what is going on. Ms. Claire McClinton, I saw you come in here. I don't know where you're at. Oh, okay, okay. We did put in for an investigative hearing. There will be a resolution coming for that. So your request did not fall on deaf ears to find out what's going on so that we can be transparent and be truthful in the process. And if it requires for our police to have more training, it's community policing, we need to take a look at it so that we can all be better. Downtown should be for everybody, and you should be able to feel safe walking around at events or just leisurely being down there. I love a city. I love a big city, but the little ones are more quaint. And so it's something that we have to do. I do know that we are working on also some other things to come, which is going to require some of us to work together. Believe it or not, I'm looking forward to that. So thank you all for coming.
Thank you. Anyone else? Go ahead, Mr. Pfeiffer.
Real quick, I just want to wish Mr. James Moore a speedy recovery. Thank you, Gladys, for pointing that out. It's not something that I don't think anybody was aware of. So I think we're all praying and hoping for a speedy recovery for Mr. James Moore. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First, I would like to thank all of the speakers, particularly our young people. I see a youth, I would say a youth speaking group, maybe Toastmasters, a youth Toastmasters group. So we might need to look into that. I'm gonna see what I can do, get a group of people together and see how we can get that started. Ms. Gladys, thank you for letting us know about Mr. James Moore. My prayers certainly go out to him and his family, and to all of the other speakers, thank you. Ms. McClinton, I did read your letter, and we are seriously working on that to make sure that we have an investigation. And I think that's it. I think I spoke on 810 Day last week when we met, and I'm just, you know, it's been so much going on, but hopefully we can, you know, get some things together. There's going to be investigations going on. lawsuits, but we need to get it together. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else? I'll take a few minutes and wish Mr. Moore a speedy recovery. He can't be in a better place than at Hurley in the burn unit. That is a top-notch facility. And Mr. Moore and I have had many wonderful conversations over the years, and I do wish him well. It's now time for the consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion. Yes.
To council. First time it's not on.
There's a motion on the floor from Councilwoman in the 6th Ward to send the consent agenda to council. Is there support? Supported by the Councilwoman in the 7th Ward. Is there, I'm going to have to leave, so Ms. Machette, please take over and get separations. Thank you.
Are there any separations? Councilman in the 8th Ward? I'm sorry, Councilwoman in the 5th Ward, I saw him first.
250268 and 269, the very last two.
Councilwoman in the 5th Ward? Oh, I think he got it, okay. Are there any more separations?
Yes.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward?
250182,
182.
250198.
6. You said 198?
Correct.
Okay.
And did you do 250269?
He did.
Okay. And 8?
He did.
Okay. That's it.
All right, thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
250223.
223. 250. Are there any more separations? No, seeing as how I'm gonna separate add-on number 1. All right.
267. 250267.
All right, so the following resolutions have been separated. 250182-T, which is the grant acceptance for continuing professional education, State of Michigan Commission Law Enforcement Standards. 250198-T, which is the contract for Fleet's Vanderbrink Water Assessment Management Water Reliability Plan, Department of Public Works Water Division. 250223, grant acceptance financial recovery technical assistance CS Mott Foundation. Resolution 250267-T, which is the Americans with Disability Act requirements reasonable accommodations for Flint City Council meetings. Resolution 250268-T, which is the contract for professional services agreement, Wade Trim Western Road Bridge Project Design, Engineering, and Construction Services. 250269-T, which is the contract for road professional services, Company Grand Traverse Street Bridge Replacement Project Design and Construction Engineering Services. That was so it could be on the record and for our secretaries to be able to catch what was separated. Now, the consent agenda will consist of Resolution 250260-T, 250261-T, 250262-T, and 250263-T. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms.
Oh, I thought she said, I'm sorry.
Yes. Was that a slick way?
Yes.
Jerry, don't do me. Not today, Jerry, don't do it.
Ms. Priestley is not in.
Seriously. You know that wasn't your turn. You know that wasn't your
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Uh, Yes.
Ms. Burns,
Candace, you want to answer for me?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat,
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer,
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett.
All or no?
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. Moving on to resolution 250182-T, which is the grant acceptance for continuing professional education, State of Michigan Commission Law Enforcement Standards. What is the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
I'd like to send that to council.
There is a motion on the floor to send this resolution to council. Is there support? Moved and properly supported by the councilman in the 8th Ward. Is there discussion in the first round?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward, you have the floor.
Is Chief Green here? I don't need frost, I need green.
I do believe we do have someone who can speak to it. They are available.
Yep, but I am very specific. Lieutenant, you can come here, Lieutenant Frost. Welcome to the chambers. You may be able to answer the questions. No disrespect. I keep asking for Chief Green. And y'all just two different people.
I
So,
understand, ma'am. I'll do my best.
Yeah, so I don't want you to think I'm out of respect because there are some other questions. And I would, if Chief Green would take my calls and answer my emails, we probably wouldn't have to do this. But he is by the city charter, technically quarterly to come to city council chambers. I have some questions. And so respectfully, not being disrespectful to you and thank you for your service, I need Chief Green. Because in a department where it goes by command, the chief is where it starts. He sets the standards, his best practices. I understand the training, but there's some other questions that I want to get into also. So, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Is there anything else for me?
Well, I don't know. Everyone gets a chance to talk. I mean, I don't know. Do you want to tell us, about what happened with the spray, the maze? We got cases, but see, these are questions we need to talk about. I do want to ask you this since you are here with my timing. One of my questions, I understand the module training. And one of the things which is important, because one thing I'm hearing, you guys do not have bulletproof vests that are outdated. It's one of the issues that your stun guns some don't work and they're broken, they won't recharge. And in your training module, how do you feel about, or if you don't have to answer, about like one-on-one or training in person? Module training, I've done module training. It's like going to school with module. It's just not the same. I would like for you guys to have some in-person training, because even though the incidents that happen, which in our community, I do not feel that our officers are, I'm gonna say bad officers. I think it's training. And I know that you guys are overstressed. I think that you're running from crime scene to crime scene, from call to call. You're understaffed, you're underworked, and you are the lowest paid in this community. And all of that is something that you have to, in the county, it is all something that you have to deal with. So how do you feel about in-person? I know this is module training. I'll try to keep it. How do you feel about in-person training?
Well, if I can't address the bullet-resistant vests, I do believe those have been ordered. So those should be replaced if they're not already. The
I'm
tasers-
sorry, your mic,
Is that better?
you gotta,
Closer?
you may be a little tall. It's
How's
made
that?
for short people like me.
How's that?
That's a lot better.
I'll do better. As far as tasers, if there is a taser that is broken, it is immediately taken out of service and sent back for repairs. And I don't know of any that are out of service at this point. As far as module training, the virtual training is how I refer
Right.
to it. The MCOL's continuing professional education training program is not specific to virtual training. That is just what we found to be the best way to get the most training to the most officers in the most efficient way. We do have some in-person training that we're incorporating with that. And I believe it was mentioned before, it was the peacekeepers were involved in the emotional survival and effective communications for law enforcement. It was about 40 officers that went through that. And that's something that they're going to continue to do. There's also other training. It's called in-service training that we have, and officers are more than welcome to put in for that. And assuming that their shifts aren't short, then we will approve that. So there is other training they can do besides virtual training.
Okay, and so one of my concerns are really when we talk about community-based, because when we talk about, and it's always been a problem from when you guys first started having women work on the department, how do you deal and interact in person? So I think we're looking at how do we merge the public with our police officers, that I think that we need to understand from where each group is coming from. And I have talked to everyone, literally the officers, and individually, you're all different. And I'm not going to say, I mean, I didn't like the spray. The mace was too much. But I think if we understand and, how do we handle these situations? I'd like to see more in person. How do we deal with community, bridging the gap? That's my time.
Thank you. Is there anybody else in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilman in the 8th Ward.
Yeah, thank you. Quick question. What is the policy for body cameras?
It's a pretty big one.
So,
To recite it, I couldn't do
so
that.
I guess, should they be worn by police officers at all times?
There are certain circumstances where they don't, but for general patrol purposes, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm speaking because I believe that the 2 officers involved in the downtown incident where they pepper sprayed weren't wearing body cameras. So was that against policy? Because
Really
that
wanna
seems to
stay
be
on
general
task.
patrol.
Right. No, I appreciate your question, and that is being looked into without getting too much into it. That is still an ongoing investigation within the department.
Okay, so on that same, not that same topic, or that same incident, I should say, how does the department know when, because if there wasn't bystanders there, video recording, how would the department know that officers were or were not wearing body cameras for a incident? Like if there was another incident down the road or whatever, and nobody was there as a bystander recording, and the police officers didn't have their body cameras on, like, is there any, how do we know that they're not taking them off and only putting them on in certain circumstances, I should say?
I would say that there are enough occasions where we are looking at them that we come across that and it is addressed.
Okay.
I don't know that I could give you a specific answer on how that is done,
Do
but I
we-
know personally I've seen situations where they have not been on and they are being addressed.
Do we know, is it a, are they isolated events, meaning the officer, one officer does it maybe by accident or whatever, or is there multiple officers that are repeat offenders?
I mean, I guess you could go anywhere from one to all the way to the other. Usually from what I've seen, it's accidental.
Okay.
Something sparks off quickly and you don't have time to activate it. They do have like a shake awake feature. So say you end up in some sort of a tussle and
Oh,
you
I
don't push it.
100% agree, like, because you can turn it off or
Right.
if there's no, but not having it on, period, like not wearing it, that's a totally different thing, right?
Right.
You mentioned peacekeepers. What training are they providing?
That was the, let me see, it was called the Emotional Survival and Effective Communication for Law Enforcement. I did not personally participate in that training, so I can't speak on it, but that's what it was.
So are they certified by, what certifications do they hold in order to basically say that that's legit training? Like,
I
are
don't
they?
have an answer to
They're
that
not
question.
MCOLS trained certified, are they?
I do not know.
Okay,
That was not a training that I was a part of.
okay. You also mentioned something about officers can sign up for certain training.
Correct.
What training do we mandate? Meaning, I understand that they can sign up for different training, but does the police department mandate any training in general, or is it all volunteer, other than the MCOs?
Well, the last one with the emotional survival and effective communication was mandated training.
But we don't even know if that was legit.
I just don't have the answer to it.
Okay.
I mean, it very well may be, but I don't.
Could you
have the answer
follow
to
up on
it.
that for me? And just see if what organization or how did they obtain police training certifications in order to train us? Because I wasn't aware that they could actually train police departments. Or is that just more of a PR type of a training?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm making notes.
Thank you, sir. I yield.
Is there anyone else who would like the floor in the first round of discussion? Is there anyone who would like the floor in the second round of discussion? All right, seeing as how there's no one else who would like the floor, Madam Clerk, this is the roll call vote to send 250182-T to council. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Am I able to make a quick statement before you do that? I don't understand the rules on this.
I'm sorry. Will we close your timeout? What's up? I already went to roll call, Madam Clerk.
It's specific to the CPE money.
Can you just give him 2 minutes? Go ahead.
Still not in the mic enough? Gotcha. I'm sorry. Oh, it was just to make clear that this money that we're spending on for this training is coming from the state. It's state tax dollars. It's not the city of Flint.
Right.
So that if we don't pass it eventually at some point, then it's going to come out of the city police department budget. That's all.
All right, thank you. Madam Clerk, this is the roll call vote to send 250182-T, the grant acceptance for continuing professional education, State of Michigan Commission Law Enforcement Standards to council. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Okay, Dr. Lewis is absent. Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley is not in. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
What was her turn?
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is absent. The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
Madam Chair,
That is moved to council.
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman Burns?
we do still need to see Chief Green Monday, please.
I work for him.
Thank you. I did send the request. You can keep dodging, but that vote gonna be a no on Monday.
Okay. You guys all set with me?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're all set. Resolution 250198-T, which is the contract for Fleece and Vanderbrink Water Asset Management Water Reliability Plan, Department of Public Works, Water Division. What is the pleasure of the body? You gotta wait for us to call you. What is the pleasure of the body? It was separated by you, Councilwoman Burns.
Madam Chair, I'd
Can
like to send that to council.
Can you give us 1 second? Can you have a seat? Yep. There is a motion to send it to council. Is there support? I will support that. So moved by the councilwoman in the 6th ward, supported by the councilwoman in the 7th ward. Is there discussion in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th ward, you
Hi.
have the floor.
Hi, Mr. Dungy, how are you?
Great.
I separated this because I am still a no. Because this was actually, we paid for this already. It's in the water optimization plan. I know what you're stating. You want to redo it. It's an Arcadis plan. It's an administrative consent order. And that's just where I'm at. That 136,000 could be used, something else. And so for me, I know that and I spoke with someone who has worked in DPW before. And if for us to figure out, we can deduct by the projects that we've already done and so on. So that's why I separate. I didn't want to pass it in the consent agenda. Thank you.
Would you like the floor? Because her time is, she yielded the floor. Would you like the floor?
I had a question regarding clarity on what she was just saying.
Would you like the floor?
Yeah, Madam Chair.
Councilman in the ninth ward, you have the floor.
Thank you. Through you to Mr. Dungy. With what Councilwoman in the sixth ward was just speaking to, particularly the cost of some of this work already having been expended. Are you aware of that?
No.
Okay. Because I'm trying to get clarity on if I am understanding that we've already spent the money for such work and it's something that can be offset by portions of the ACO or some other agreement. I don't know that I'm clear on what was being spoken to by my colleague. Maybe if I am able to articulate myself the clarity that's needed, maybe in the next round, my colleague can get the floor and help me understand if what is being said is that this $136,000 we shouldn't have to be paying because it's already been paid, or if, I guess that's my question, that I would maybe.
Can I respond?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the Arcata study was paid by the WIN funding, but this study is not. This will be coming out of our regular operational budget, and it was budgeted.
So this was part of the budget?
Yes.
Okay, because
I was mistaken last time. I couldn't remember. But I had to go back to my books and I seen that, and I talked to Yolanda, and we did put this in the budget. We split it half for the water service center and half for here, for the water plant.
I'm trying to remember, because there was one of the resolutions last week where we were asking about a budget and they said there wasn't one. And I was baffled to think that we would take on a project and not have some kind of working budget. So there is a budget for?
Yes, we have put it in our budget through our operational budget, yes. Professional services.
So in your operational budget, but not a budget specific to the ACO?
Not for the whole ACO, just for this study itself, just for the Fleece and Vanderbrink contract. We have, incorporated that into our operational budget for this year.
Okay, thank you. Because you just clarified for me, because again, last week when we spoke, we were speaking specifically to the ACO. And I think it was Mr. Moore who stated we didn't have a budget for this specifically. And then to hear you say it was in our budget, you clarified that it was in your department budget. Is that when I'm?
Well, Ms. Burns had asked me about that, and at that time I told her I didn't think it was, because I didn't know that we had put it in there. Mr. Moore had asked for a 5-year capital improvement prior to, this year's budget. So, and that was a line item in there that I had created. And then Yolanda, took the priority of that, and that was the high priority. So we put that in this year's budget.
So this is factored into the departmental budget.
Correct.
But not a separate budget for the project. There's not a separate budget for the ACO project itself.
Correct. Because that
is
a
that
lot of
something,
different things.
is that something that since you all have given consideration to building? Or would that happen within the department, or is that totally Mr. Moore's area that would create that? Separate from you?
Well, the master budget, Mr. Moore would be doing, but I just look at the water plant budget itself.
I guess what I'm asking is, since the question last week about a budget for the ACO, has anyone began working on putting something together as such?
That I don't know.
That you don't
know.
And I can appreciate that But I would maybe encourage if within your purview, either, take the lead to and or discuss with Mr. Moore and his team doing something the like. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to have the floor in the first round of discussion?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 5th Ward, you have the floor.
Thank you. Mr. Dungy, did we ever find out when does the contract end for Vanderbrink?
As of right now, there is no end to it. Until we get fully staffed, I can't ask to terminate that contract. You're talking about the contract that covers the water plant, laboratory staff.
Yeah.
Correct. I just interviewed for laboratory supervisor and a new lab tech. So if that goes through and we can hire them, within 3 weeks, 4 weeks, as soon as we get them on board, I would like them to work under Fleece and Vanderbrink for 1 year, the lab supervisor, so we know they understand all of the rules and regulations of Eagle. Once we get within 120 days of that year, I will give them the notice that we no longer need their services. So I'm
Okay.
trying my best to get rid of them.
So how much of the, do we have enough in the budget to satisfy them being kept on
Yes, yes,
until,
yes,
until we hire?
yes.
Okay. But like I said last week, our last meeting, I will not be supporting this resolution. Because I really feel like it's redundant. As far as the Arcadis report and everything that was supposed to happen during that report, I don't think we really need this. So I will not.
Can we please pause her time? I think someone's phone, we can hear a conversation or something happening up here. So if you have your phone on, if you're on the phone, if you're watching a video, something of that nature, and the sound is coming from this area. So can you all please make sure that you do not have your phones on? If you're watching something, please turn the volume down, put your headphones in or something. And if you absolutely need to watch the video, please watch it in the hallway. Go ahead.
Thank you, I'm done.
Is there anyone else who would like the floor in the first round of
Yes, Madam
discussion?
Chair.
Councilman in the 8th Ward, you have the
Okay.
floor.
Mr. Dungy, real quick, to my colleague's point, I want to see the budget of the entire ACO. So
Okay.
until we get that, I'm not going to vote on this. And we spoke about it last time about how many other projects are going to be, we're going to come in and they're going to say they're mandated by the ACO. I want to see that complete number.
Okay.
Just so that we can see the whole picture before we start allocating dollars. And then secondly, Madam Chair, through you to, is that the assistant CFO back there?
Yes, can you join us up here, please? Paul.
Paul. I'm fine. Paul, what's your last name? I don't want to be rude.
Borley, B-O-R-L-E.
Borley. Borley?
Borley, with a B.
Mr. Borley. This account number that the $18,000 is coming out of, 591-545-202, I don't show any 202s in the general ledger account numbers. Do you know what that is for? Because that's not in my,
202 would normally be a payable.
would be what?
A payable. Normally, that wouldn't be in the budget. I'm not sure.
We're paying money out of that account, so we should have it should be in the budget line item of the with all the general ledger accounts, correct? Five nine one.
202. Oh, the last three digits are 202.
Yeah, yeah. So the 200 is the.
What are the digits before the 202?
591545.
545.
And then you got 200, that goes 201. And then from 201, I got to 203. So I'd like to know what 202 is.
Okay. I was speaking specifically of a line item account. 202 is a payable account.
Yeah.
But this is a department number, and I'm not certain what the department number is offhand, no.
So in our budget book, or in our budget thing, we got a list of all the account numbers and what is budgeted for those account numbers. No, that's 540.
Yeah.
Unless there's a typo in this number, it goes in order of 545-202-801, and I don't have any 202.
801 is professional services.
Yeah, I know that, but the 202 is the department.
Yeah, I'm not certain what the department is.
Or, yeah, the department slash, whatever. I don't have a 202, so can you find out what that is? Like, I understand the 200 is the water plant operations, but 545-202, I don't show. So, can you just look into that? Tell me what, because I'd like to know, we're taking $18,000 out of that, but it's not part of the budget book. So how much money's in there? What was it budgeted for? Because it wasn't part of our budget process. So I'd like to know this hidden special account that's got money in it. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like the floor in the first round of discussion? Is there anyone who would like the floor in the second round of discussion? Seeing as how there's no one who would like the floor in the second round of discussion, this is the roll call vote to send Resolution 250198-T, which is a contract for Fleece and Vanderbrink Water Assessment Management, Water Reliability Plan, Department of Public Works, Water Division to Council. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Johnson,
No. Why did we steal her first?
Ms. Priestley is not in.
Why did votes happen?
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
No.
Resolution.
Ms. Burns,
No.
Ms. Mashat,
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer,
No.
Mr. Jarrett,
No.
Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis is absent. The vote is 1 yes, 5 no.
I'm sorry. What's that count again?
1 yes, 5 no.
The vote is 1 yes, 5 no. That resolution fails. Moving on to Resolution 250223-T. What is the pleasure of the body? I was separated by the councilman in the 8th Ward. What is the pleasure of the body? It's a grant acceptance, financial recovery, technical assistance for Mott Foundation. You separated it.
Bless you.
You gotta do something.
Yeah, send to council.
There's a motion on the floor to send to council. Is there support?
Yeah, Madam.
Supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Councilman in the 8th Ward, you have the floor.
Through you to Mr. Borley again.
Mr. Borley, will you please join us at the lectern?
Mr. Borley, is the Finance Department working on a revised resolution to remove money from the funding and the accounts that this is going to backfill?
No.
They're not?
No.
Okay.
Well, Not to my knowledge. I mean, no. But not that I know of.
Okay. So I'm definitely not supporting this without removing dollars from the budget that this money is replacing. So I'll see if my colleagues want to speak on this. If not, I'll make a motion in the second round.
Is there anybody else in the first round? Anybody in the second round?
Madam Chair,
Councilman in the 8th Ward.
make a motion to leave in finance.
There's a motion to leave this resolution in finances. There's support.
Support.
Moved and properly supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Priestley is absent. Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Yes.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
excuse me, Ms. Mashat,
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer,
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett,
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis is absent. Ms. Johnson.
Yes.
The vote is 6
Please
yes.
stop yelling out. Go ahead.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. Resolution 250223, which is the grant acceptance for financial recovery technical assistance CS Mott Foundation, stays in finance. Moving on to Resolution 250267-T, which is the Americans with Disabilities Act requirements, reasonable accommodations for Flint City Council meetings. What is the pleasure of the body?
Send to council.
There's a motion on the floor to send to council by the councilman in the 8th Ward. Is there support? Supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Is there discussion?
Yep.
Councilman in the 8th Ward, you have the floor.
Through you to, as soon as I find it, the clerk,
Madam Clerk,
Madam Clerk,
I'm sorry.
26.
he has a question for you.
Yes.
Hold on, let me, bear with me, I'm trying to find the resolution. Madam Clerk, is this for sign language folks on a weekly basis? Can you explain what this exactly is?
So I drafted this resolution based on a request of Councilmember Jarrett during the meeting, and he asked that a resolution be drafted to hire sign language interpreters. So that's why I drafted it the way that I did, so that the council could discuss what it is that they are, as a means to an end, what it is they're trying to accomplish with this. So I wasn't sure if it's for compliance with the Open Meetings Act, in relationship to the Americans with Disabilities Act. Open Meetings Act says that the meetings have to be available to any member of the public that's in this room. So if somebody asks for, an accommodation in this room, then we have to offer it. I wasn't sure if they were saying they wanted sign language interpreters because of what's broadcast on the YouTube channel. So I'm not sure what. It probably need to defer to Councilmember Jarrett to see what it was that he wanted. I just wanted to make sure that if council did decide to do this, that it wouldn't just be disabilities for the hearing impaired, but it would encompass all disabilities, as well as some other requirements that'll be coming up next year for the website in general and other things. So it just depends on what the council is hoping to accomplish, because there could be cost factors involved.
Madam Chair, through you to Councilman Jarrett. Councilman Jarrett, can you expand on what your intentions were with this?
My intention is to do what I can to ensure that our meetings are inclusive of all residents of the city of Flint. There was a concern expressed at a meeting last week where sign interpreters have not been made available, and the population impacted had representative here that expressed that. So I wanted to have us have discussion about what it looks like to, and or how we can meet the needs of the total of our communities, and what that might need to look like, how we can best accommodate. And yes, it would entail looking at the fiscal factors that would come into play. Since, and even in some discussion between, or some communications between the clerk and myself, she did express that, yes, those that might be viewing via YouTube potentially could utilize closed caption as a way to provide communication in the absence of hearing. But again, to have the discussion to see how we can be inclusive.
Madam Chair, back through you to the city clerk. Madam Clerk, have you received sign language interpreter requests and we've denied those?
No, I've gotten requests specifically for different things. One request was, so sometimes they'll send it to the council public comment email. One specific request was when these dividers were put up, the individual asked that they be removed because they could not read your lips.
Yeah.
But my question was, are you in the room, or are you on, watching it on YouTube?
Thank you. Is there anybody else? Go ahead, Councilman Jared.
Through you to the clerk, please continue.
So that, when I do get the request, that was, well, we had a different attorney. I meet with the attorney at the time. And like I said, the Open Meetings Act says that these meetings have to be made available to the public, but it speaks to in this room. The YouTube channel, for lack of a better word, is a courtesy. The Open Meetings Act doesn't require broadcasts of your meetings, but it does require that if someone is here, we have to make reasonable accommodations. Another accommodation that I received was 2 days before a special council meeting, which I understand special council meetings are called at the last minute. But because of that timeline, it was difficult for me to find someone who could make that meeting in that amount of time. But again, I consulted with the attorney at the time. I didn't ask that person if they meant they were coming to this meeting. So they've never been outright denied, but a lot more could be done to make sure that if a person is here, that's where the reasonable accommodations requirement comes up. The Department of Justice has adopted new rules that will make it so that in 2026, the city as a whole will have to update its website and make a lot more accommodations for hearing impaired, people with vision impairments and things like that. So that's a whole citywide thing that we're all working on. Also, when we speak about the closed captioning on YouTube, I am aware that YouTube has closed captioning that's about 50% accuracy. So working with our provider for the agendas and our video. So we'll probably be going through another service for our video. And they have an option for that where we could have more like a 95% accuracy. They will check, because we will have to be in compliance with the Department of Justice by next spring, so that we do meet all of these requirements. So I would ask that the council, again, discuss what its goals and what it
Request for
wants to do.
What's your request?
Um, Are you saying that the Department of Justice is making us broadcast on TV?
No, but they are requiring that the city's website is more accessible so that, you know, if we do have a YouTube channel, we're making sure that those closed captions are what they should be. When you go to our website, every page of the website should be a person that's, you know, hearing impaired, is things that they can click on. It's the way the whole website is set up would be different, and we have to meet a lot of requirements. So I'm thinking tied into that, and then again, what it is that the council would want to accomplish to make a big, broader picture of it and do it in the steps that you want, plus what is required.
So, Madam Clerk, do we currently maybe have something already in place for such occasions where we are made aware that we may have someone joining us, or we will be having someone joining us that has hearing impairment within the chambers? We already have something in place for that?
An email address that they reach out to.
I'm sorry.
It would be just to contact the clerk to let us know. Honestly, I would, you know, a week's notice, it's not ideal, but
Well, I guess what I'm asking is we already have relationship with interpreters or such that can come in upon upon the city's or the clerk's request to them.
not exactly. If we had a request, I would have to reach out specifically because it's not like it's an event. We know it's going to be a certain time. Usually when you have the sign language interpreters, you have more than one so they can relieve each other. There is a cost factor involved depending, because you have to have a licensed interpreter. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. Your meetings sometimes, you know, can last an hour. They could last 6 hours. And then to just to find the money in the budget, you know, once or twice is not a big deal, but yes, to establish something, to say this is what we're doing, this is the rules, and in compliance with the laws that are required through the Americans with Disabilities Act and everything else.
So I guess for me, in part, I would want us to be accommodating before we are required to be accommodating,
Right.
best we can. And I understand that there's a different requirement in the chambers and virtually. So thank you for that clarification.
Thank you. Anybody else in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
Thank you. Through you to Councilman Jarrett. I am in agreement to have it beforehand. I think there has to be a discussion, a budget, because there's a lot of components. And one part that I am concerned about, I want everyone should be welcome, because literally just Miller Road, we have the Michigan School for the Deaf. And it used to be downstairs. The store was supposed to be operated by someone from the Michigan or from the Deaf. Is an agreement, or it's a resolution, which we don't have that anymore. But through you, Madam Chair, to the city clerk, when are we required to have this? Is there a date?
So right now, the requirement is, like I said, it's for the chambers. It's kind of in the Open Meetings Act tied into the Americans with Disabilities Act. The other requirements that I'm talking about are for the city's website or media pages overall. Those requirements will come in to effect April of 2026. So that affects every aspect of the city's social media or the website. So there's a lot of changes that'll have to happen in general.
And that is being worked on?
There's just been the start of meetings for departments, but it's going to take a lot of work and, you know, because right now I have 3 pages that I'm responsible for. So, for example, the elections page, it's not enough to have it there where you can see it. It has to be so people with visual impairments can see it and things like that. Also, another thing that I mentioned in the resolution, there are other options outside of sign language interpreters for devices that can be used in the chambers for people that are hard of hearing. It also speaks to just like printing agendas in a larger font for people that are visually impaired. So there's a lot of different aspects and components. So I would be willing to break down some of this stuff
So
just to
this
get the
would be
discussion started.
encompassing everyone, the ADA, that would be Americans with Disability Act. That's everyone hearing visually, people who may have issues mentally, making accommodations for them. My other question is, one of the parts of this was to communicate or to be able to communicate via online or not be in here. And I'm not for sure about that because I believe to interact. And I don't think we can interact. We only could during COVID. And I know that was, it changed, and which I was a proponent for coming back to council chambers.
So the law speaks to, there are accommodations that can be made for someone who, I forget the language, but it's a disability that is legitimate. But yes, you could have someone participate in the meetings through a video, or even simple as, we'll take your written comment. But it's, again, it's going to be the body that would have to decide how it wants to do that.
And that doesn't apply to council. That is clearly, or city employees, that's clearly dealing with the public.
This is for your public meetings.
Okay.
And how you could have people participate if you want to open up that avenue. So
Okay.
there's a lot of options.
Okay, and there is a lot to encompass. I don't think, well, we talk about handicap, we have to move chairs, so we don't even have, like, would that include having a designated area for handicap people to sit, or do we even have that in here now?
What we usually do is when someone
Move the
comes in, we move
chairs.
the chairs and we make room. We purposely make the aisles wide enough, or we try to, but yeah, it's just as they come in
So
the
there's a
room,
lot
we make
to this.
accommodations. Absolutely.
So in nature, I thank you. I appreciate you putting this forward, Councilman Jared. And it's a lot of work. And so I guess as we have more discussions on it and get feedback, because the cost is going to be probably considerable to do everything. So I yield the floor.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like the floor?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the Fifth Ward.
So after hearing everything that my colleagues have voiced, I think, did you want to say something else, Madam Chair?
Yeah, but I can, if you don't mind, I can share your time real quick. I was just gonna say that this does need to be a discussion item rather than a resolution.
Yes.
And that if somebody wants to make the motion that we change this, or we leave this as a discussion item for our next finance meeting, and that we just send the clerk, or the clerk can send us more information on what we all need to consider, and then we can have it as a discussion item at the next meeting.
Yes, and that would be the motion
Okay.
that I would like to put on the table.
Okay. Madam Clerk.
I just want to add one thing. It could be considered, a cost, but it depends on how you do it. There's ways to meet the requirements that aren't. The most costly thing would be to have sign language interpreters at every meeting that you have. But there's other ways to meet those. I just want to put
Request
that
for
out there.
information.
What's your request?
How much is an interpreter? Well, I know we get them in two, so one can take a break. How much does it cost?
It depends on which resource you go through. And then those law says it has to be a licensed individual.
Right.
So just the brief research that I've done with this, often
We've had
it's
'em
anywhere
before.
from $50 to $150 an hour or something like around there. So it just depends on the individual. I'm sure there's people that could do it for less, maybe charge more, but you're talking about which meetings, so there's a lot of factors that could go into that. But there are other ways to accommodate people who are hearing impaired as well. So I don't want to make it seem like it'd be kind of, costly, unreasonably so. So
Okay. I believe there is a motion on the floor to have this as a discussion item for our next finance meeting, with the clerk sending us all available information and things for us to consider ahead of that meeting, well ahead of that meeting, so that we can have a discussion. How long did you want the discussion item to be, Ms. Winfrey Carter? How long you think you need? About 20 minutes? I don't know.
We can do it for 20 minutes, but discussion items never had a time on it. It just goes on the agenda as a discussion. I don't even, pardon me?
Question.
Yeah,
Point of
we
order.
can do a
What's your
time.
point of order?
I think special orders have a time limit, discussion items are just used.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right.
so It would be a discussion.
All right, so we'll just
and
do
we
it.
would continue to do our round of
You're gonna have to
whatever.
turn something off. Okay, so yeah, Madam Clerk, we'll just move that as a discussion item. Your mic's not on, is it, Councilwoman Johnson? No? Everybody? Okay. No? Speaker or something. I know we've had this issue for a couple of weeks now. Can we get that checked out, please? So we don't have to. Oh, Simon. My microphone is fine. It was Dennis.
Okay, Madam Chair.
Yes.
So are we in the second round of this one?
No, she put a motion on the floor.
So you can order that without objection. I think we still have to dispose of this.
Yes, we will.
Resolution.
But she needs support for her motion. Oh, I
You
can't
can
just
order-
order it. Never
you
mind.
can order without
I'll just
objection.
order that without objection. I just thought about it, yeah. We just need all of the things to consider well ahead of the meeting so we can figure it out. And then, so moving back to this resolution, what is the pleasure of the body?
Oh, we're in the second round.
Second round, let's go. Councilman Pfeiffer.
Make a motion to postpone indefinitely.
There's a motion to postpone Resolution 250267 indefinitely. Is there support? Moved and properly supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley is absent. The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That resolution has been postponed indefinitely. Moving on to Resolution 250268-T. What is the pleasure of the body? It's been made, a motion has been made to send to council by councilman in the 8th Ward. Is there support? Supported by the councilwoman, I'm sorry, I didn't catch who it was.
Support.
Co-
I was reading it
Oh.
out, but support.
Okay, councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Is there discussion?
Yeah.
Councilman in the 8th Ward, you have the floor.
Is there anyone to speak on this?
Is there anyone who can speak to, oh, yay, the engineers. Hello. Go ahead. You have.
Atis. Mhm.
So I don't think we've seen you two gentlemen before, so can you introduce yourself and your title?
Thank you, Honorable Council.
Um,
Thank you, Honorable Council. I am the city engineer, Abdulaziz Khankar.
My name is Olayinka Ajimoko, Assistant City Engineer.
Okay. So this is for engineering services. You two gentlemen are engineers, so why do we need to hire this out and you two gentlemen can't perform these duties?
Yeah, this is like MDOT project. The bridges, these are the design and construction quality control and the construction services. City has only 2 engineers.
Right.
We cannot perform all these things. What we do?
What do you guys do on your normal job that you can't include this with? Because we've been without city engineers and all of a sudden now we got 2 city engineers, but now you're too busy to do one of these projects. So
This is my weekly report to my boss.
I don't know what that is.
So that
sir.
means we do a lot of work. Do you want me to read what we do? During our
I don't
regular office hours?
I don't have time for that. I'm
Okay,
just
good.
wondering. I'm just wondering, well, we subcontract all this out and I'm wondering,
Yeah.
to my knowledge, we only had 1 city engineer, Mark Adis, last time. Now we've got 2, but we're still subbing everything out. So I'm just wondering, like, if
So
we're
you
still
are
subbing
telling-
everything out, do we need 2 engineers?
Yeah, you are telling me that Mark Adams did not sub any of the bridge contracts or major contracts?
I'm sorry.
Mark Adams did not subcontract any of the bridge projects.
Oh, he
MDOT
did,
projects.
but there was only 1. Now there's 2.
The city of Flint is
Are
growing.
each one of you guys a half a Mark Adis?
Pardon?
Are you half a Mark Adis?
No,
Like,
I didn't
do
understand.
I need to hire both of you just to replace Mark Adis?
Mark Adams was gone for more than a year. This engineering department was empty. There were lots of problems occurred during that period. So we are hired to help the city of Flint to grow.
So are you guys direct employees or are you subcontractors? Are you
We are
professional?
direct employees.
You're what?
Direct employees.
Direct employees. So I'm just trying to gauge why before we only had 1, now we got 2, but we're still subcontracting everything out. So
Can you pause this time? So Councilman Pfeiffer, he was saying before they were hired, Mark Adis was already gone a year, so they have backlogged projects, and that this is an MDOT project, and because it's a larger project, they need someone to do it, because they don't have the time with the backlog. Please start this time.
Okay. You have, I'm going to yield because this is too much.
Or is there anyone
It's too
else who would like the floor in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
So, can you say your name again? Can you say your name again for me, please?
My name is Abdulaziz Khankar. I have a PhD and a PE. I'm a very qualified engineer.
Yep. Okay.
Abdul Abdul Aziz Khandker. If you go to Google, put my name in, you will find out who I am.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm good. I'm good with that. We're
Okay,
good with that.
thank you.
I just wanted to pronounce your name correctly.
Thank you.
Out of
Aziz,
respect.
you can call me Aziz.
Aziz.
It's
yeah,
very
I can
easy,
do
A to
that.
Z, very easy.
I got that one.
Thank you.
So can you tell us about this project?
Yeah, in 2023, Mark Adams actually applied for this with the help of the consultants, and it was awarded by MDOT October 2024. The amount of the project estimated at that time was $1.343 million. So these projects have certain criteria. First, they put it for 3 years. First year, the consultants, once we get the consultants on board, they will go and get permits, environmental, lots of permits that are needed. We call it TSL, so type, size, and location. So those have to be done by the consultants before they can start the actual design. After the first year, the actual design starts, then the MDOT wants them to submit 60%, 90% design. We review all those. So our job is to oversee, first they hire the contractor, then oversee everything they do, quality control and everything. And we make sure that the city gets what they pay for. So that's
Mr.
one of the
Aziz,
major jobs that we
Mr.
have.
Z, I'm gonna bring it back around. So this is the Western Road project.
Yeah, Western Road over.
Okay,
Trust me.
so what is happening with the Western Road project?
This bridge is in a very bad condition. We have a list of about 7 bridges which is in critical condition and about 5 bridges which are in poor condition. Every year, MDOT requires us to do the inspection and report it in their MI bridge. There is a software that we have to put there what is the condition of the bridge. When the bridge is in bad condition, they ask us to ask for grants, and we always apply for the grants.
So are we replacing this entire bridge?
Only the
Well,
upper portion.
Mr. Aziz, can I ask it, because he's shaking his head. Can you, and are you both equal? What are your titles? Is one,
I'm the city engineer, you're the assistant city engineer.
okay. I can say those words. Okay, okay. Mr. Assistant City Engineer, can you pronounce your name for me?
Olayinka, or you call me, my middle name is Sunday, Sunda.
INTE?
Sunda.
DE.
Olayinka Sunday
Did you two
Ajimoko.
come from the same firm before, or
No,
where did you work prior?
go ahead.
Where did you work prior?
I work with consumer energy.
Okay, okay. So can you tell me, because you were shaking your head like you knew. So can you tell me about the bridge? I understand the conditioning and the grading of poor. Can you tell me about the Western Road Bridge, please?
Yes, the Western Road project is in a bad condition. The superstructure on top of it is very bad condition presently now, which we need to replace. Presently now, we have to reduce the load. What I mean by reducing the load, and we have to reduce the load of vehicles that can pass through the place, put a sign there. And since the grant has been approved, we need to work on the design and try as much as possible to follow the MDOT standard. That is one of the reasons why we are here. And the project is supposed to come up by 2027. By 2026, we're supposed to start the design process. And we city have the responsibility of taking care of the design stage, while the MDOT is going to give the 95% of the construction stage of the project.
Okay, and what is the amount of time? I'm out of time.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone else who would like the floor in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Okay.
I'll take my turn, and I'll continue. I think her question was, what is the amount of time that it's going to take for this project?
Yeah, I was actually going through that. The first 1 year or 9 months will be required for the permitting. The next about a year will be required for the design, and about a year will be required for the
said 3
construction. So
years.
that's why they give 3 years.
Wow.
They start in 25, 26, 27. So it has to be completed before the end of 27.
Okay. So, would you say that the Western Road Bridge is in worse condition than the Grand Traverse Bridge? Or are they both on the same?
Yeah, I have a list of bridges that are red marked So we have 7 bridges that are red marked, which are very bad condition. Then there are poor conditions. So we try to, many of these are being taken care of in other ways, but still now we don't have enough fund or grants to handle all the bridges. So
Now,
we
can-
need to, yeah.
Can we get a copy of that? Can you send that to each council member?
Yeah. Sure.
Send
I'll
it
be
to
happy
Davina, and then Davina, send it to the clerk, and the clerk will send it to each council member.
Yeah, I'll give you a fresh copy. This has all my writings on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I work
send it
very
to the
hard.
clerk, and she'll
Yeah.
make sure that each council member gets a copy of that.
Yeah, bridge is only one thing that we do, but there are dams, there are levees, all the structures that city is responsible for. We work for all of those. So as you
Okay.
are asking what we do a lot of things.
Okay. All right. So it's going to take 3 years, and this resolution tonight is to bring on the contractor, Wade Trim, to come and assess the project, basically, right? And to,
Yeah, we'll give them a purchase order. They will start the planning process, and then, but they will be in touch with us all the time
okay,
under our supervision.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair,
Councilman in the 9th Ward.
thank you. Through you to the engineer and the assistant engineer. This $298,500, it's saying that that does the design, I just lost it in here.
Yeah, all 3 steps. The planning, design. and
Design, engineering, and the
construction,
construction.
yeah,
So this covers everything.
For the consultants.
I'm sorry?
For the consultants.
For the consultant?
Yeah.
Okay,
So this is the engineering fee
this is the engineering fee only.
only. Yeah.
What other fees or costs will we have?
We have to pay 5% of the total construction cost. When they design, they will find out the construction cost. 3 years ago, it was 1.3 something, but I think it was 1.5 close to. So after all this increase in cost for everything, I believe that it will be about 2 million cost.
And the city's gonna pay
And
that,
then city will pay 5% of that.
5%
Yeah,
of
so
that.
75,000 to 100,000 will be.
And MDOT pays the rest?
MDOT pays the rest. So it's a large amount of money MDOT will be paying. They are worried about the bridges.
Okay.
So they always help us to make sure that we take care of the bridge.
And did you say we have a grant for this 298,000? We do have a grant for this amount, the 298, or no?
We have, what did you say? We
The-
have the,
The 298,000 that's here,
yeah.
did you say that we received a grant to cover that?
No, this is out of the grant.
So we're
Grant will
gonna,
cover only the construction cost.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Grant will cover only the construction cost, 95% of the construction cost.
Okay, but the city has to pay this 298.
298, yeah. But city is getting about $2 million, $1.3 million.
Okay. Thank you.
These are safety issues also. We are worried about if anything happens, the superstructure is in bad condition. Sometimes it falls down like the concrete or something falls down on the road or, so safety issues too much. We are worried about lawsuits and other things that may come with those. So I am very worried that unless we do it very quickly, we may be in trouble.
Do you know if this was bid out through purchasing, or how was Wade Trim identified?
Okay, well, the city hires 3 consultants as a pre-qualified. Wade Trim and Rowe are in the city. They are located in the city, and we have a 3rd consultant. They are also working in the city. 2 of them can do bridges, 1 cannot. So I asked for quotation from both of them, and I selected the better one. That's it.
Okay.
And of course, my other city administration, we always work with them to selection.
Okay. And when did this project start? When did you all start working on this with Wade?
As soon as we started working on this during the process of application for the grant. When you apply for the grant, the designers already designed partly. Then, once the grant is approved, we get involved immediately.
So how long ago did we get grant approval?
The grant was October last year.
Last year?
Yeah. So we were working on that. This was supposed to come to the council in February. Somehow or other, we are a little bit late in that.
Okay. Thank you. I yield.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone else who would like the floor in the first round of discussion? Okay, seeing as how there is no one else who would like the floor in the first round of discussion, I'm gonna go ahead and just take my time. So this is a 3-year project. In the first year, in 2020, well, 2025, we've already kind of started, but in 2026, we're gonna start the design if this is approved tonight. They have to pull the permits and take a look at all of that. But then after they pulled the permits, and we will have the design after 1 year. And then from there, we are going to, and of course, this is all under the city. You guys, both our engineer and assistant engineer will be reviewing every step of the way, okaying the project. The only way that we will know the cost, the total cost, the 5% of what we have to pay is if we actually get through the design portion of this, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I'm following you correctly. All right, and then this is something that, because it's a bridge, MDOT pays the bulk of all the bridges. The city just puts in the 5% on this one, which again, we won't know what that 5% entails until after we go through the design phase.
It will be 75,000 to 100,000 in that range.
Right, okay.
So we can estimate that.
Right. And so we already have, 7 other bridges which are in dire condition. And I know our next resolution is for the Grand Traverse Street Bridge, which absolutely needs to be replaced because that is a main through for the Hurley Hospital to get to Hurley Hospital. So that absolutely needs to be replaced. I will go take a look at this bridge for sure, but I do know about a couple other bridges that we have that are in dire need of replacement. So thank you both. I have actually met you both before today, had a couple of conversations with you. So it's good to see you all come to council so that everyone else has an opportunity. Is there anyone else I'm going to use my time. Is there anyone else in the second round of discussion? Councilman in the 8th Ward, you have the floor.
So if what other bills are going to be coming our way besides this and the 5% or $100,000 that we have to pay? What other, do we have to hire out a construction manager to manage the contractor?
No, we'll be managing, the consultants will do many of the works, but we will be always overseeing, monitoring, and watch the city's interest for the projects.
So who is this? This is, so will Wade Trim be monitoring the contractors to make sure that they're building to MDOT spec?
Yeah, they will be, when they design, they will process it, like they will ask for the contractor's bid, RFP. So once the contractors have bid, they will go through that and we'll go through that. Then there will be a selection process. City has a selection process.
Yeah.
Then there will be an award process. Once it is done, then the consultants will have their people on site, and we will be always on site looking at what is going on.
We as in
Both of us.
so we won't, so Wade,
You will be more on site, I'll be more on the papers.
so Wade Trim won't be on site. This isn't, because this says construction services.
They will have a full team.
Let me clarify something. Consultant, which is well trained, will be in the project, but we will oversee both well trained and the vendors on site. Indirectly, well trained will be reporting to us.
So I only got a minute left. when we approve, if this gets approved, the only other funding that you will be requesting from city council is the 5%?
Yes.
Okay. And I apologize. I'm only catching about every third word. I mean, I think we need closed captioning for when you guys come up, no offense. It's hard, at least maybe it's the speakers or whatever, but it's hard to understand. I'm catching about every fourth word. So, but I do catch, the only thing is the 5% in this, and then we should be good.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And let me make something clear again.
It's not.
Out of all these critical bridges that still remain, we have already applied for some grant on them also, but not going to be 2027, maybe 2028, 2029.
Is there anyone else in the second round of discussion?
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
Mr. Assistant City Engineer.
Olayinka,
Listen, I couldn't pronounce my own kids' names, okay? My daughter's name is Anamisi and my son's name is Osei. And
Okay.
so, can you please tell me, finish what you were saying? So 7 of those you have applied, because our bridges, some are bad, and that Grand Traverse one coming up is just,
okay,
should be
let
closed
me,
down.
yes, let me try to explain. Out of these 7 critical structure that we have now, at least 2 of it, we've applied for grant this year on it. Going back to the grant traffic you just talked about now, grant traffic is in a serious critical stage, which we also have already tried to reduce the load on it, of the vehicle that is passing through it.
Right.
And that is one of the reasons that make us not to be able to go ahead for grant. Because if we apply for grant Travis, it will come up by 2029. And the state of Grand Travis is in a critical state.
Right.
That make it between us and the director of transport that say, oh, let city take care of this now, because it's a place that control most part of the city.
so I have a question.
Yes.
So the state park, and we're redeveloping the riverfront. And that bridge is really a part where, yeah, see, the director is stating he's seeing where I'm going to. So this is in that part for MDOT Grand Traverse? Because that bridge is literally right there where they're improving before you get to the canoe part and the docks and beautifying and redoing it. So is that a part of it, or is this one just a separate, just one of our critical bridges, or is it in a part of the state park improvement and the bridge is just so bad? Is it
It's a separate.
just a bridge?
Separate project.
Yeah, but our state park is right there too. That's why I was asking.
Your time ticking.
Yeah. So, finish with what you were saying. I want to give you have my time to speak because you were explaining very well.
Okay. Going back to the Grand Traverse you just talked about, Grand Traverse connect a lot of things into the downtown. And that bridge is on a critical state now, which we need to do it urgently. And that is why we decide not to apply for grant. If we apply for grant, if they approve it, maybe 2029, and the place need urgent. Now, presently, we have to reduce the load to 5 tons of vehicle that will be passing through it. And anybody that passed through that
All right.
place, we find out that.
Thank you. Is
That's
there anybody
my time.
else who would like the floor in the second round of discussion? Councilwoman in the 5th Ward.
You can continue. Continue.
There's nobody that will pass through the Grand Traverse Bridge, even if you have a Jeep, you feel the impact of how bad it is. So, and that is one of the reasons that we have to critically look into it. What can we do? We need to take attention to that place because it connects to the Oli Hospital. A lot of vehicles pass through the place, connect to the downtown. So that's for the Grand Traverse. And also for the Western Bridge that we are talking before, that one also in it. But thank God that the MDOT have taken care of the construction of that one for us. We just need to take care of the design and monitor the something so that that one will be delivered by 2027. And also presently, we have to reduce the load of that western to 5 tons also. The load has been reduced and the caution has been put in there for any vehicle that is passing through this bridge.
Well, thank you guys for all that you're doing as far as seeking grants and everything. But because I'm gonna tell you, as far as that Grand Traverse Bridge, I have been asking about that bridge probably since 2017 when I got elected, okay? Grand Traverse is in terrible condition. I'm scared to drive across it, that bridge. In fact, the last couple of times I've just been going around just because. It really needs to be shut down right now. But thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Alrighty, is there anyone else who would like the floor in the second round of discussion? Seeing as how there's no one else, I will go ahead and take my time. I do want to say, because we're going to talk about the Grand Traverse Bridge next, right? And so I completely understand why applying for grants for the Grand Traverse Bridge, which we're going to discuss next, it doesn't make sense because 2029 is too far out. I do also, and I'm sure some of these will be repeated, so I'm not going to belabor this. This is the roll call vote for Resolution 250268-T to send to council, and this is the contract for professional service agreement for Wade Trim Western Road Bridge Project, Design, Engineering, and Construction Services. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer? Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley is absent. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. Resolution 250268-T, which is a contract for professional service agreement, Wade Trim Western Road Bridge Project, Design, Engineering, and Construction Services, has been moved to council. Moving on to Resolution 250269-T, which you all can just stand there. This is the contract for Road Professional Services Company, Grand Traverse Street Bridge Replacement Project, Design and Construction Engineering Services. What is the pleasure of the body? Councilwoman in the 5th Ward.
I would like to make a motion that we move 250269 to council.
There's been a motion on the floor to move Resolution 250269-T to council. Is there support? Moved and properly supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Is there discussion? Councilman Jarrett, would you like to kick us off? You separated this. Oh, you did. That's right, 8. I'm sorry, wrong person. Sorry, Councilman Jarrett. Councilman Pfeiffer, would you like to?
Actually, my question is going to be to Paul.
All right, Paul, can you please join us at the lectern, please?
So, Paul, I'm actually going to reference the previous agenda item. You actually gave me a breakdown of the account that these monies are coming out of. The 202-449-201, 801. You're saying that 1.25 is what's budgeted? And then you're saying that the previous, the previous resolution we just passed, the Western Road Bridge, was incorporated in that budget. You have 150,000 for mowing, 400,000 for crack sealing, 700,000 for mill and pave projects, and 4,500 for a DPW search. But this Grand Traverse Road comes out of that same account. So where was this one budgeted at?
I'm really not familiar with this. I was not expecting to be called up on this.
Your name is on this, sir. You signed it as approved to finance, so I'm trying to, like, What do you mean you're not aware of it?
Can I see what we're talking about?
Can you pause my time?
Yes, go ahead.
Madam Chair.
Did somebody?
Madam, did you-
Yes.
Did you ask to pause this time?
Yeah, it was supposed to be paused. So put it back to 246.
You're saying that in this line, you have 1.25. That's not enough. Everything else is budgeted. This number here is another. It's on the same account.
All right, now that you've seen it, you gotta go back to the electron. We gotta start his time. That's we gotta start his time back up. All righty, go ahead and restart his time.
I still don't have a good answer for that, no.
What's that?
I don't have a good answer for that.
So are we taking money from a different account? Like, I'm trying to figure out how this was, it's saying it's a budget expenditure, but you laid out everything that was budgeted in that account and this dollar's not there, so. What would you like us to do? I don't.
I am engineer, I don't get into finances.
No, I'm asking Mr. Borlo.
But this one I could probably answer because we had a discussion with Rod, who is not here today.
With
He
who?
could have answered it. Rod McGaha, the
Rod
director,
McGaha?
yeah, the director of Transportation
Yeah.
Department. So when we had discussions with him, he told us that every year they have a certain amount of money they keep in the maintenance and improvement of the structures.
So potentially we have a wrong account number. We need to change account numbers?
I don't know. See, I'm just saying that the department may have money. What he said that he may have enough money to do the project. It will not come from the. Do I make sense? Okay, so it will not come from any of the. This is old money that's staying in the department. They did not spend in the maintenance. So I think that is what I understand.
Okay.
It may not be right, but that's what I understand. To answer your question, that's the only thing
So
we can say.
this is more than a 5% project, right? We gotta cover the entire expense?
Entire expense. And that will be about.
What is the estimation on that?
About 350.
No, for the
3.5 million, the total.
3.5 million
Yeah.
on top of this,
No, yeah, that will be the total probably.
including this 300 and some?
Including.
So
yeah.
the bridge construction cost is gonna be 3 million?
About 3.3.
So then if that's 3.3, then we're talking about 3.7.
3.7, yeah.
And where's that money coming from?
He said that he has it in his department account.
Mr. Borlo, do we have any, because that would be local streets account, right?
What's the,
Streets and bridges.
Yeah, no, but that's,
what's the account number?
I don't know, I'm asking.
All right, is there anybody else in the first round of discussion?
Yes.
Councilwoman in the fifth ward.
And I don't know if any of my colleagues want to speak before I make this? Yeah, I think I'm going to make a motion that we pass this to special affairs, an amended motion to pass this resolution to special affairs so that we can get the information that we need to get as far as the account number and everything.
Let me just tip in something on this. One thing I want us to consider is the importance of this bridge. The importance of this bridge and how
We
critical it
understand.
is.
That's why I'm making the motion.
Yeah, that's why
to
she's sending
send
it to
this
special affairs
to
rather
special
than
affairs
killing it.
so that
Yeah.
we can get the account number right.
Yeah, and also to make sure that Rod or someone from his department is here to explain that they do have the funding, so.
Right.
Yeah. Thursday, next Thursday. So he can come here Monday. Go ahead. There's a
So-
motion on the floor, an amended motion on the floor to send this resolution to special affairs. Is there support? Supported by the councilman in the 8th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Mashat,
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett,
Yes.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Yes.
Ms. Burns.
Yes.
Vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. Resolution 250269-T, which is the contract for road professional services for the Grand Traverse Street Bridge Replacement Project, Design and Construction Engineering Service, has been sent to Special Affairs. Moving on to add on, thank you all. Thank you. Moving on to add on number 1, which is a resolution to reallocate $100,000 of ARPA funding to Franklin Avenue Mission East Side Compassionate Mission Center, St. Mark Missionary Baptist Church, Community Outreach and Christian Love Faith Center for food access and food systems support. What is the pleasure of the body? There has been a motion by the councilman in the 8th Ward to send this to council. Is there support?
Support.
Moved and properly supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Is there discussion?
Madam Chair,
Councilman in the 8th Ward.
I'm going to make an amendment to a .1 on this.
Okay,
Oh, never mind. I take that back. It does say 25,000. I didn't see that.
okay.
So, I yield.
All right. Is anybody else? I can't do it till y'all talk.
So it has to be.
So, anybody else in the first round of discussion? Seeing as how there's nobody else, okay.
So, yes.
I'm gonna amend it to a .1.
Yeah, it's an add-on, so we're gonna amend it to, you were doing it to a .1,
Yeah, I didn't see the 25,000.
and then she's taken off.
I gotta get the floor first.
We gotta take off also for, 2 of them, because they don't need funding now. And then it has to go to,
I'll fix
yeah.
it, yeah.
so hold on. So Dennis, through you, Dennis, you wanted, through Chair to, Dennis, you wanted to do,
He didn't see the 25,000.
so you were just, hold on, let me have him answer, because that wasn't my entire question. So you were amending it to 25,000 for all of them, you didn't want to do the,
No. I didn't see the breakdown.
okay.
Like 100,000, I didn't see where.
All individually, that'll be stretched over 4.
I seen that at the last second. so.
Okay. All right, so she's going to amend it, so I yield the floor.
All right, thank you. Is there anybody else in the first round of discussion? Okay, seeing as how there's no one else in the first round of discussion, Madam Clerk, we need to walk through how we do this. First of all, this resolution is just add-on number 1. We need to give it a reso number.
No, we will do that after the
We'll
meeting.
do that after. So, but I still need to make it a .1 regardless.
So it's add on .1.
Okay, so I'm gonna do, I am making a motion to do add-on .1, and I am going to amend this so that we remove Franklin Avenue. So first of all, the council recommends allocating 50,000. So we're gonna remove that 100,000 and turn that to 50. And then we are going to remove Franklin Avenue Mission in both Eastside Compassionate Mission Center. I believe Councilwoman Priestley has assisted them already. And then we're going to do St. Mark Missionary Baptist Church, but it's going to go to the food bank for St. Mark Missionary Baptist Church. That way St. Mark has an opportunity because they get their funds, they get their food from the food bank. And I believe Councilwoman Burns has already explained like the utilization of like trucks and all of that. And so they'll be able to do a spin down with the food bank. as they need to. They'll be able to shop and do everything they need to do with the food bank, order the trucks, and they'll have that account at the food bank. So that 25,000 for St. Mark's is going to go
Request
to
for
the food bank.
information.
Yes, sir.
So we're allocating it to
The food bank.
the food bank.
Yes. But it'll
Um,
be St. Mark has an account there already. So it's going to go directly into their account there.
Can we do that?
Yes, we
Yeah,
can.
they already have an account.
Yeah, they already have an account.
It'll go to.
I know, but don't we?
No, food bank has already agreed. It can happen.
Okay, if the
Yep.
food bank's agreed.
Food bank has already agreed. And then we are going to, Christian Love Faith Center does not have an account with the food bank. And so that's the only reason they're going to get theirs directly. But I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Then we need to probably send yours back to committee, figure it out.
We will send Christian Love Faith Center. We can just send theirs to Special Affairs. I gotta figure out how to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, we can just send the whole thing to Special Affairs and then pass it Monday.
You gonna have a.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, and so then Christian Love Faith Center in the amount of 25,000. So it's going to say whereas City Council recommends reallocating 50,000 in ARPA funding previously obligated for revenue replacement to provide funding to the food bank Food Bank of Eastern Michigan on behalf of St. Mark Missionary Baptist Church. And then church's community outreach, on behalf of their church's community outreach, and to Christian Love Faith Center in the amount of 25,000. And that is the .1. I just need support.
Support.
It's been moved and properly supported by the councilwoman in the 6th ward. I believe we vote on the .1 now. Oh, we already discussed it out loud just now. You want to discuss it again? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
So this is the vote on the amendment. Mr. Pfeiffer,
Okay. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
the vote on the amendment, Mr. Pfeiffer. Yes. Mr. Jarrett,
Yes.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Yes.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Mashat.
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no, so that has been turned into a .1. I believe now we will have discussion on that .1. Is there discussion in the first round?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I'm going to make a motion to send the .1 to council.
There's a motion to send the .1 to council. Is there support?
Support.
There's been a motion by the councilman in the 8th ward and supported by the councilwoman in the 6th ward. Is there discussion in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilman in the 8th ward.
Through you to anyone that can answer, my colleagues, I'm not familiar with Christian Love Faith Center.
Councilwoman Burns, probably.
Where is that at? And who, they have a food bank? What?
No. You want me to do it or you want to do it?
So they are on Flushing Road and they do food also. They're like Flushing and almost like El Dorado Drive. And that has been the pastor that has come numerous times.
So they don't do drive-up food. They take, or they provide baskets of food to residents? Is that what?
They
I'm
do
trying to
both.
recall. There's been so many.
I know. They do both. They deliver and then they also have where you can come to the church for food giveaway.
Okay. Does,
St. Mark?
no, do they need a fiduciary?
Mm-mm.
I think they do need a fiduciary.
We're going to
Because they
send it to
don't-
special affairs anyway to figure it
Yeah.
out.
I mean, because I don't think we've allocated money to them before. And if they've not had a grant before, I think we would typically normally make them go through a fiduciary, right?
That is correct. They will need and I don't think that they have a fiduciary.
I don't recall us
And they
doing
don't
that.
have a, and they don't have a,
Yeah, we do 501s all the time that have fiduciaries.
if they haven't did business with city either. I don't think they've ever received any funds. Yeah, I think theirs needs to, I didn't know about their funds.
So,
So so we can send it to special affairs and have those,
let me make that motion, or you guys want to talk?
you can do it.
Okay.
I don't have to.
I'm gonna make a motion to
You
send,
know what?
I'm gonna make a motion to send this to special
I don't know, he needs to
affairs.
stop all
And I
that
so
old
move.
mess.
What's going on?
You know who I'm talking about?
Okay, there's a motion on the floor to send this to special affairs. Is there support?
Because he don't know.
I'll support it. Okay, well, I'll take that back. Councilwoman in the Fifth Ward has supported sending this to special affairs. Roll call vote, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Jarrett,
Yes.
See, he don't know what he's talking about.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Yes.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Machad,
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. This has been sent to special affairs.
Motion to
He
adjourn.
don't know what he's
There's a
talking about.
motion to adjourn by the councilman in the Eighth Ward. Is there
He don't know what
support?
he's talking about.
Supported by the councilman in the Ninth Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
He don't understand.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter,
Yes.
Ms. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Machad,
On you. Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer,
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett.
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. The time is now 7:29 p.m. on Wednesday, August 20th. The Finance Committee meeting is adjourned.
Okay, this is a reminder to the public. If you have already filled out a speaker slip, you do not have to fill out another one for the next meeting. But now is the time to fill out a speaker slip if you haven't already done so.
First meeting down. I'm gonna go in and explain that this is still not
Ariel gonna tell me, eat the cake, anime.
Hey, are we doing the same thing with government operations and business? I know legislative is just in and out. We need to-
I'm not doing that, community benefits, that,
Language is not clear.
correct,
So, the only thing we can do is,
right.
have a public speaking, government operations.
I wanna do that one. That's got, what, 4 things on it? Yeah.
So we have the chair of the table, like,
Oh, they need that.
but they, well,
They've already been here. They have been here twice.
not Fields.
Fields has been here haven't they? Before.
That was Vivian from Fields has never been here.
I thought they
What
were.
are they trying to do?
Exactly. We don't know because they keep not coming. And I don't know if they're just not being told. So if we move this to special affairs, give them an opportunity to come, and
If not, then kill it. Yeah.
The changing of the House of Rec Center, I'm fine with changing. And then this is the appointment to early board, which we've been just leaving.
That Hurley boy, I don't even want to deal with that. And I don't want y'all back in the back again.
I have no idea what's going on.
And y'all know I'm not passing that until we deal with Phil.
I don't care. All of these,
Okay, we can just leave that one on.
all of these are supposed to be pulled. I was told that day, because remember, I was trying to get you little ones. So I was told that day in the back, all of them.
So yeah, let's just go through it. I want to get that one and go ahead and send that center so we can kind of move forward past that.
Okay, so Special Affairs Council, sitting there.
You need a pen to write it
It's
down.
it's so cold in here. Me too, because it's too cold in here.
Yeah, you get one or the other here. It will never just be a comfortable temperature.
Yeah, my shoulders start hurting again. I can't sit in here as cold as it is.
I'm proud of us being healthy.
I've been healthy the last couple of days. I have
have
not
too.
had one Coke. And I miss my Coke, but I got my water with my lime in it. I have one of those squeezers that you take the lime and you poke the squeezer thing down and you turn it, and then the lime juice comes up into the squeezer. And so I just pour it in my water.
I thought I'd have time to run to Vacation Bible School.
Oh, up at
Trinity.
what time did it start?
I think it's at 5:30. We're deep, so we can get started.
Why is she behind that line? Or is she? No, she not.
The time is now 7:35 p.m. on Wednesday, August 20th. I hereby call this legislative committee meeting to order. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson?
You have to sit down. LaShawn. Present.
Ms. Priestley is not in. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Present.
Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Present.
Mr. Jarrett?
Present.
You have 6 members present.
We have 6 members present. It is now time for the reading of the disorderly person city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of Flint City Code Section 31-10, disorderly conduct, assault and battery, and disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given 1 warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meetings. Are there any changes to the or additions to the agenda? Seeing as how there are no requests, it is now time for public comment. Members of the public who wish to address the city council or its committees must register before the meeting begins. A box will be placed at the entrance to the council chambers for collection of registration. No additional speakers or slips will be accepted after the meeting begins. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker during public comment, with only 1 speaking opportunity per speaker. First public speaker, Madam Clerk.
First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Hello, people. Hello, I'm Mario Mitchell. I'm speaking on the situation. As you can see, the people in America now, you see, we are not all the way handicapped in Flint because we got a Michigan State blind school, but nobody here to interpret it to the people. But all we got to do is ask, and we'll get, and they'll come. Like Davina said, And like the peoples over there on Dordt Highway, the water department, these foreign peoples, they got two directors, well, had one, and they act like they 3 years ahead of time, 27 and 28, they already got the funds for it already, but they don't know how to take care of Grand Traverse Bridge. Always a problem to the state park. But we Flintstones will still press forward to keep Flint activated, because these young people coming up now, grandkids, they just like Mr. Mott, students. They let the college popo make the Flint police look like they infidels. Like you see the popo come up here, we wanted the Chief Green to come up here. They act like they want to talk with Chief Green. All of them got different attitude, every last one of them. They got their own, hiring 40 people at one time, police department with the computers, and study the rest of the people at will, beating them up and throwing them in the jail across the street, over there with them country bunkers, kidnap people and all that stuff. And the people don't know what's going on until they let them out. Then they speak over here, and they get them lawsuits. So we got a whole lot of lawsuits, but the popo's still trying to talk stuff. But thank God for people like Miss Burns. She'll check them right up front. And you see the third ward got a seat in, somebody sitting in the third ward seat. She didn't speak up on how she got in that seat, because I was out there protesting and I ended up missing. But I'm found now, and I'm here to shake him down and take it to the bridge like Jane Brown. Take it to the bridge. And you peoples in New York, stay tuned at all the black mayors in America, because it's an attack on all the darkies in America. And if they can't get them out, they'll make them have high blood pressure, and they kick like a little bluegill in specs when they get mad, and they die before they go to the hospital, but they bring them back to life with them pills, blood pressure pills. And people act like they don't know that with that junk. And Tarzan, he checked me the other day. He said, "Now look, stop." All right, Tarzan, I can't hardly talk to you. Hey, man,
All righty, thank you.
stay
Next
tuned,
public
America.
speaker, Madam Clerk.
I'm not sure if these people are still.
If you
in the
just call the
room,
names,
so
we can just keep
Deborah
going.
Coleman.
I'm back again. My thoughts is all discombobulated right now because that dude is back there. And I don't really think he should be here. I don't think he should be at these meetings at all, period, point blank, but it ain't nothing that I could do about it. But I really came up here because I wanted to speak to LaShawn. It's been a lot of stuff going on about how you got in that seat. All that matters right now is that you're in the seat. And I just want to tell you, just, do right by the people. You know what I'm saying? Do what LaShawn want to do. Use your own mind. Don't side with other people. Just do what's right. I've seen how stern you are with your kids, so I know you know how to put your foot down. I know you're not going to let nobody run you over. So I just wanted to tell you, while you in that seat, just, do what's right for the people, for the community. And I want to say thank you to Ms. Carter, Ms. Burns, Mr. Pfeiffer, and Mr. Jarrett. You guys are great people. Y'all trying to help as much as y'all can around here. And then today, it's kind of different in here today. It seemed like y'all are laughing and talking and getting along. You don't know nothing going on. It's kind of cool up there today. Even Casket Lipstick being nice, laughing around, smiling and talking to everybody, But like I said, I'm going to keep coming. I got grandbabies that's growing up in Flint, and I'm not going to stop talking. And a person like him in the back, the officer in the back, I don't want my kids to grow up with him being on the force, because he can't be trusted, and he shouldn't be in here. He shouldn't even be allowed to come in here, like for real, But y'all can't even get the chief up in here like y'all want to get him up in here. So you know what I'm saying? And then even through the whole situation, I'm not gonna say too much because y'all know about my situation. My situation is down the street and it's getting ready to be taken care of. It's getting ready to be taken care of. But I haven't received a call from nobody far as the police department. I put my complaint in. The detectives ain't never called me back to give me no complaint number or nothing like that. I don't need none of that now because my boys is on it. They gonna get it all. Know that. But I just want to say thank you to y'all, and I'm gonna keep coming. I'm gonna keep voicing my opinion. If anybody wanted, if it's people that don't even want to come up here and say anything and talk, I'm gonna come up here and say what they want me to say, and I'm gonna continue to come.
Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
Anthony Lu.
You said Anthony what?
Lu.
I think they're gone. Next public speaker.
Bethany Hazard.
She's gone. Next public speaker.
Zoe Lynch.
Gone. Next public speaker.
Kawana Mack.
Gone. Next public speaker.
Keelani Copeney.
Gone. Next public speaker.
Mari Copeney.
Gone. Next public speaker.
Tavion Coffey.
Gone. Next public speaker.
Gabrielle Murchison.
Oh, gone. Next public speaker.
David Peachy.
I'm sorry. Oh, gone. Next public speaker.
Gladys Williamson.
Yes, I was noticing how those engineers were up here and how they didn't have, to start with, I don't know who hires people that you can't understand. And I don't care if they are engineers. And this ain't about them. This is about, they need to go to a class and learn how to speak proper English because listen, I didn't understand half of what they said. But anyway, City Councilman Michael from the Flushing, he wanted to know why is City Council always in the dark when it comes to actual numbers? The city manager is responsible for providing the council with full details on all projects well in advance. Council also must approve all of these projects before they begin with full details on costs and timelines. Why is that not done? Of the representatives are prepared with information concerning these projects. Again, the city manager works for council. And I just want to say, again, like I said before at the last meeting, I am so tired of these people coming up here from downstairs under my feet, and they are not prepared, and they don't prepare you for what you want to ask. You have to dig for questions, and half the time they don't have the paperwork for him. He had that chart with those little red lines. You should have already had that handed out by Davina. Every one of you should have had that chart. Every one of yous. And they come up here and they're not prepared, and they don't let you be prepared. And this is the people's money. You guys sit up there and you act like it's your money. This ain't your money. This is our money. And I am tired of people coming up here from down there and badee-badoo-badabbing us. They ought to have the paperwork and the answers to what we want to know, not but or duh. I could care less. But when you come up here before the people in the people's chamber, you better have your poop in a group. And other than that, listen, Art Woodson was kicked out of here last week for saying ass. But this guy right over here, he got up there and said ass, and nobody took it.
Please pause the time.
I'm on my time. Shut up.
First of all,
shut up.
You're done.
You're
taking
on
the floor.
my time. No,
I'm
you're
taking
on my
the floor.
time. And as
That
long
is your
as he
first
gets to
warning.
say ass,
That is your second warning. Please leave this
as long
meeting.
As he gets to say ass,
Please
he
leave
gets
this
kicked out
meeting.
for saying ass. I'm over
Please
you too,
leave this
mushette.
meeting.
I'll leave when I'm done with my time.
Your time is up.
No,
Leave
my
the
time,
meeting.
I didn't hear the buzzer. And you know what? And when I see
Turn
that
the
you
mic
show
off.
two different partials, for one saying ass
Leave
and the other
the
one saying this,
meeting.
shut up. And the other one saying ass, and he don't.
You have been
know.
asked to leave this meeting several times.
I'm gonna get my stuff and I'm leaving. So you can just stay far away from me. Thank you. I don't care about your Jeopardy hum.
Oh, that's not necessary. Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Tanya Jones.
This is where the training. This is where they need to train how to deal. This is not the streets. It's not, you don't treat people like that. You don't do that. Yeah, this letter. Yeah, they didn't have that.
Good evening, my name is Tanya Jones. I want to address that, the opium crisis. I feel like that's why I'm here and I'm passionate about it and I'm gonna keep coming back. And with the opium crisis, I want to explain. It can happen to anybody, family member, kids. LaShawn, it could be yours, because guess what? As a parent, my kids was great kids. And guess what? While my son going through what he's going through, in this journey we're going together, he's still great. Opium crisis, what I done learned, it's a disease. You sick. And you're supposed to love them unconditionally. So when I came down here to this council, I didn't come down here to be assaulted. I didn't. I come down here because basically in Flint, basically this is the last stop. So I come down here, when I'm coming down here like to get answers or whatever, I done learned so much in Flint. You know what I'm saying? I have learned so much. But for you to sit up here and run for your seat and you say you for the people, the way you move is not for the people. It's like you for Neely. Because I asked the question, like, are you going to be in that seat next year? I'm learning this. So if you for the people, why are you taking that seat now? That, you know, is it for Neely or is it for the people or is it for you? Because, you know, pass some money through or whatever, because it needs to be watched. I don't know none of this, but I'm learning. And I'm talking to you because you got kids and your kids follow you. My son went to her church. Outstanding. He's still outstanding, but he's sick. So like, I wonder, do Neely use people? John Cole, court date, 9/25 at 9 o'clock. That was one of needy people. Now I look at it, you one of needy people. I have a court date for. So he used people to get what he wants. And my thing is, she said you strong. I don't see you as strong. Because you came to me as a mother and a woman first. But then it turned around. So my thing is, if you do for the people, I'm addressing the issue because you came for me. I didn't come for you. I came here looking for help. And I'm still looking for help. My son's still out there. But guess what? I'm not going to give up. And I'm talking to you because guess what? You knew, and you're supposed to be for the people. So if you in that seat, do what you do. If you done did wrong, guess what? God is real. He's real. That's why I want to say all the time, God is real. I stay here right now, not knowing where my son at. He part of the opium crisis. And I keep saying, I'm mama bear. God blessed me to have kids, and I'm so grateful. He gave me a purpose in life when my mother was doing what she was doing. And I left home at 14, ain't never been back. Not because I was fast, because my mother had her own issues. My father is he's chairman of the Black Lives Matter. But it tells a lot. I'm standing here by myself. Where Black Lives Matter at? Why am I here fighting for my son? Have a good night.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The next speaker is Lorraine Thompson.
She left. Next public speaker.
No,
Oh,
she's
I'm
right
sorry. I didn't see you. I'm sorry. She's here.
Hello, my name is Lorraine Thompson. I first want to speak to Ms. Johnson. I would just really want to say to you that no matter what the issues are that's going on, nothing matters on this board unless it's in black and white. If it's not on paper, it ain't real. Period. I wanted to say that. So please be vigilant on seeing paperwork. What else I want to know? You shouldn't have to ask for basic information before dealing with any issue. So when you have to deal with any basic information, send it back to whatever committee it needs to go back to. Don't even ask the questions, just send it back. That's what I'm asking. Patterns, I want to discuss patterns. That's how most people get caught up, is in their patterns. Time tells it all. So I'm stating that, I'm accusing the city of Flint of having horrible customer service, horrible. I'm accusing the administration, the council as a whole body. I'm accusing ethic and accountability, the news, Channel 12, Channel 25, Channel 66. I'm accusing I did say ethic and accountability, the clerk, with that whole debacle with the voters board or whatever you call that. The voting agencies, I'm accusing them all of nonfeasance, misfeasance, and malfeasance. I really wanted that on the record. I really want to know about this box. I walked in, there wasn't a quorum. You were Ms. Burns was still walking in. So I guess my question is to Devine, when is a quorum set? Is it when the council is in the building or in their seats? Because if the case is, and I'm pretty sure it is, that they should be in their seat to activate their particular councils, then I was not allowed to fill out a slip. This hyper vigilance to pick up this box is outrageous. The hyper vigilance to shut the people up, and you're wonderful at it, I just don't even understand why you don't want to hear from the people as much as possible to be able to understand what they want and put that into place for them. You're not here for yourself. You're here for us to do what we need you to do. But you all are doing what you want to do. Yeah,
Thank you.
There you go, I know.
Next public speaker,
You're so
Madam
good at
Clerk.
that.
The next speaker is Tara Lisa McBride.
Good day to you all. I'm here today, I just want to read something, and I would like to just share my thoughts. I write poetry, and this is called The Cost. To God be the glory. He is the conductor and the author of our story. When words are collectively put together, your brain can remember them forever. It can be music or a verse. There are plenty of messages and images you can read and see. We need to break the secular curse. I need thee, O precious Lord. I need thee. Every moment in this life, we need you to guide us toward the light, to bring our children upright. I understand that there will be darkness casting from the likes of man. I need thee, O Lord, to help me understand. So much has been lost with blood that has been shed all across and tossed throughout this land. We see families losing their children by weapons made by the hands of man. I need thee, O precious Lord. I need thee. Help me change my ways and continue to promote better days. With other soldiers on your battlefield, life without Christ is life on the edge, something I dread because we need to rebuke the devil and get him out of our head. Matthew 16:26, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Mark 8:36, your possessions are meaningless if they come at the expense of losing spiritual well-being. This has been happening more and more in Flint, as I have been seeing. Give our Lord a try. Stop allowing unfortunate circumstances pass you by. Each one, reach one. Let's pull and unite against violence and make our city comfortable to sleep at night. We need healing, not people wanting to be seen as the boss, because the cost we have to pay will not be in currency, but in strife. These are the conflicts that can ultimately take or change someone's life. The cost to live free and just starts with faith and free will from all of us. Do your part. Now is a great time to start. The cost is less than a penny. It is through prayer we can reach many. Pray every day and pray every night to earn and learn the value of loss of life, so that our youth does not have to continue to pay the cost and the price. Thank you.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
The final speaker for this meeting is Arthur Woodson.
Good evening. Let me start off by saying, Councilwoman Burns and Councilman Pfeiffer, I apologize. I didn't know what was going on, and I hate doing it because I knew you was gonna gloat on it. Yeah, I was wrong. I was over there saying things in my phone, calling y'all all types of names. I'll tell y'all at the end, with about 14 seconds left, what I called y'all. No, I'm just joking. But no, I apologize because there's things that was going on that we didn't know about on this end, and that's some of the things that happen. We don't know the whole story, or we don't know everything that's going on, and we jump to conclusions and form our opinions, and I was wrong. Sorry, I apologize. Councilwoman Johnson, let me say this, congratulations to you. And just like with Leon and Quincy Murphy, when they came on, it was one thing that I told them. I said, don't let the power go to your head. Don't change who you say you are once you get on council. Have thick skin, because you will be talked about, because there will be some decisions that votes that people don't like. It'll be some votes that they do like. Stay as an independent vote in the political world. By you standing with Neely, people feel that he owns you now, because that's how politics work. If he gets you in the office, you owe him. So that is political, not personal. Make sure you know how to separate the two. That's it. Everything that is said is political. From me, is political, not personal. Just like I'm still able to speak to your son like it's no problem, because I didn't hold anything against you personal. It's political. Candace, yeah, you put me out last week for saying a word. And then somebody got up and tested what you did, and they said other words that was even worse than what I said. I feel that you are an incomplete. You know what? Let me stop. Because if I disrespect you, others are going to disrespect you too. But you love to disrespect people. I thought you was a better person than that. And then that's when it started getting personal, because you take it personal. And when you do it like that, that's when I started taking it personal. It should not be a problem when other people can say ass, other people can say fuck.
Please pause the
other
time.
people can say shit.
Please pause the
Other people can say
time.
all kinds of
Mr.
things.
Woodson, I'm gonna give you a chance, because I know you weren't here for what what she was talking about. I wasn't cheering when the people were allowed to cuss. Judy was.
No, today.
No, that was Judy. That wasn't me. I wasn't cheering. Judy was.
Last week you were.
No. What I'm saying is, when the person cussed today, because that's what they're referring to, Judy was cheering and didn't put them out. I wasn't cheering. I don't discriminate. They would have been put out.
Last week,
So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go.
Last week, Stanley Wood said fuck, and you didn't do anything. He came up after I did. He came up after I did, and he said that, and he tested. I will give you the video.
Okay, give me the video.
I will give you the video.
Perfect. Can we start this time? Go ahead.
So my thing is, I really don't care, because I done been put out so many times that it's normal, you know, and I have to leave anyway. And I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I
Have a
believe
nice
she
night.
said that he was the last public speaker. All right. Is there anyone who would like to speak during council response? Council members may respond once to all public speakers. Only after all public speakers have spoken, an individual council member's response shall be limited to 2 minutes.
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
I do want to speak to the ballot box because it is an issue for many. And it depends on who's chairing the meeting, to where it's their decision and choice to give a courtesy or to not give a courtesy. Rule 5.2 states the regular meetings of City Council are at 5:30 on the second and fourth Monday of every week, and regular meetings of the Governmental Finance Options or Legislative Committees shall be at 5 p.m. proceeding. Rule 5.5, without a quorum, the City Council may not take no action except to convene or adjourn, so to gavel in, and then they go at ease. That is not what I would do, but that is the choice. They are the chairs. And I get the people when they say the courtesy. Rule 29.3, these are all in the City Council rules. You can Google them. Members of the public who wish to address the City Council or its committees must register before the meeting begins. A box will be placed at the entrance of the City Council chambers for collection of registration. No additional speakers or slips will be accepted after the meeting begins. It's a courtesy. At this point, we know the public's not going to be given a courtesy. They're very adamant with picking up that box. I personally think it's rude, but that's their chairing the meetings. Meetings don't start. We don't even have a quorum, and it's unfair. So in essence, they're stating and sending the strong message that if you want to speak, be here before the actual time of the meeting or before they gavel in. And that is the only way to, prevent that. If you need someone, ask someone to put your name in the box. Call me if I can help you, because sometimes we all run a little late. I run late. And so that is the thing. I'm not in agreement with the picking up of the box, but it's the chair's decision to give a courtesy or to not give one. So.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak during council response? Councilwoman in the 5th Ward.
Thank you. In my opinion, it's a way to disenfranchise the public, because we've never, I didn't vote on these rules.
Me either.
Because a lot of these rules, I feel like it violates the people's constitutional rights. I did not put my name on those rules. So much has changed. Council has never been like this. It's too much going on here. But like you said, it's a way to stop the people from speaking. We've never picked up that box before council meeting has started, before we even get a quorum. It's ridiculous. It's unnecessary. So a lot of those rules that we have, they violate the constitutional rights of our residents. But I want the residents to continue to come, because this chamber belongs to you. The chamber is for the residents. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Anybody else who wishes to speak during council response? Seeing as how there is nobody else who wishes to speak during council response, I'll entertain a motion for the consent agenda. Complete separation. Moving on to ordinance 250148-T. It is according to the clerk, conversation with the clerk, there is some wording issues with this ordinance. This actually shouldn't have even been on the agenda for tonight. This should have been pulled. And so we've been asked to postpone this indefinitely with this particular wording because the wording needed to be fixed. Is that correct, Madam Chair? Excuse me, Madam Clerk?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
So moved.
The councilman in the 8th Ward has moved to postpone this ordinance with this wording indefinitely. Is there support? Supported by the councilwoman in the 6th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley is not in. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
Vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That ordinance 250148 has been postponed indefinitely. What is the pleasure of the body? There's a motion to adjourn by the councilman in the 8th Ward. Is there support? Supported by the councilwoman in the 7th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley is not in. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
No.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
changing your vote?
No, yes.
Because this is, I told you.
Yeah,
which meeting
yeah,
this
I'm looking
was.
at a whole nother agenda.
She's changing her vote.
Yes, excuse me, Madam Chair, I'd like to change my vote. Yeah, I'm doing,
Okay.
I was, that one I was.
Oh, no.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Ms. Burns has changed her vote. So the vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. The time is now 8:09 p.m. on Wednesday, August 20th. This legislative committee meeting is adjourned.
I was in the wrong meeting.
Okay, the final meeting is coming up. And again, if I have your speaker slip, you do not have to fill out another one. This is the time to fill out speaker slip for the last meeting of the night.
Madam Clerk, we're going to go ahead and start the next meeting because it's the same, nobody new has come in the door. So the time is now 8:10 p.m. on Wednesday, August 20th. I hereby call this Governmental Operations Committee to order. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson?
Yes. Present.
Ms. Priestley is not in. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Present.
Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat? Mr. Pfeiffer?
Present.
Mr. Jarrett?
Present.
You have 6 members present.
We have 6 members present. It's now time for the reading of the disorderly person city code subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of Flint City Code Section 31-10, disorderly conduct, assault, and battery in disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given 1 warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, that individual will be subject to arrest. Violators will be removed from the meeting. Are there any requests for agenda changes and/or additions? Seeing as how there are none, it is now time for public comment. Members of the public who wish to address the city council or its committees must register before the meeting begins. A box will be placed at the entrance to the council chambers for collection of registrations. No additional speakers or slips will be accepted after the meeting begins. Members of the public shall have no more than 3 minutes per speaker during public comment, with only 1 speaking opportunity per speaker. First public speaker, Madam Clerk.
First speaker is R.L. Mitchell.
Hello, Mario Mitchell. To the public and to the whole world, I'm going to address this opioid situation. Like this week, one of our members was walking on the green, like Tiger Woods, invading the other man's territory game, and Becky got mad and blew up her home, didn't want no part of it. The name was James Moore. He got too close to the opioid where they had that stuff and nobody will know about it. So they said, in other words, in dummy terms, stay off our grass, darky. And I blowed him up over there and everybody act like it business as usual. Like them people's on St. John's, a darkie and a whitey in charge of the whole opiate situation and all that money, and nobody even checking them. The whitey got all the money in his pocket, and the darkie got just an okie dokie going along with the shots. And Jane Moore is not like that. But Becky beat the sense back in Tiger Woods and let him know what is racial all about. And he been straight ever since. Even the chip up the whole block. Hit a hole in one, the first shot after his daddy, the son of a gun. Who ever thought of such a thing as a darkie? And got a green jacket already for messing up the white man game, and they're not gonna be the same anymore. Just like the one over there by truck assembly. They're over there with cars now. Darkie get on the green, but they don't want them over the green, but they don't know how to tell them to stay off the green, but they have to figure out a way to blow them up, blow a gas tank up. And Mr. Moore, he'll talk for himself in 5 days. Right now, he crisp like the vampire. They putting all that, rubbing all that oil on him to get him back to normal with his, and another thing, and the DDA downtown Flint. Just like that girl up there, Docky's gonna barbecue in the parking lot, and they can't stand that. They went to the got the mace, they got the bear spray, and sprayed everybody and all that. And the popo study act like nothing ain't going on with the darkies. Just like up Stewart Street, talking about, I'll be back. And they came back and sprayed everybody up, running over people trying to get away, killing people, and the beat goes on, and still walking in the neighborhood. Right now, they got the club right on Moore Street, took the video cameras, all the $1 million cameras, and people killing people in Flint, and won't even arrest them. Killing people, shooting people at will, like that dude coming, he got shot in the mouth last night. Nobody paid. He don't even know. I ain't no telling him how this thing works. He supposed to have to.
Thank you.
That. You just.
I appreciate that. Next public speaker.
Next speaker is Deborah Coleman.
Next public speaker.
Next speaker is Tanya Jones.
I think she left. I don't see her.
Lorraine Thompson.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Thompson. What else I want to talk about? I'll be writing so many notes over there. I want to talk about, the police, of course. They're not taking us serious. That's too bad, ain't it? Oh, well, okay, let's go. I remember once, and I want to talk about the control issues that I see here in council. And I remember Second Ward Council when she was in the Ethics and Accountability Board meeting. And I don't know if anybody picked up on this, but she said that this should be ran like a courtroom and not, and when she said that, it hit my spirit so bad. And I want to compliment you all on the vibe tonight. It's a great vibe tonight. It's more professional and not so, I keep using the word stifling, but I can't even use another. But anyway, time, of course. I want this on the record too, and please ask, do you all remember that you have subpoena power? This begging this man to come up here is crazy. Anyway, okay, so when he does come, can you have him on record, please speak to when the police are allowed to approach us, period. If there's not a crime going on, I can't see any reason why they should be approaching us other than saying hello. I don't understand. I asked you all last time, what are they trying to get us to do? Because how long do they think people are going to be treated so viciously? And how long do they think that's going to be? Instead of, it's like having a beehive. You can go up there gently and get it taken down, or you can stick it with a stick and then, but it's all your fault, whatever comes out of that. I want that question asked, and do we have a right to know the names, the badge numbers, and should they always have a camera on? Before we cooperate with anything that they're asking us to do, I feel that we should know, and I'm pretty sure it's our right to know, exactly why they're accosting us in the first place. I think that pretty much covers what I want to say. I got so much junk on this thing right here. Please, if it's not in black and white, I want to keep saying that. If it's not in black and white, it don't exist up here. Everything else is just people's opinions and how they're interpreting things. And the law department, bye-bye. Wow. All right.
Thank you. Next public speaker, Madam Clerk.
Tara Lisa McBride.
I think she left.
The last speaker is Arthur Woodson.
He left. It is now time for a council response. Council members may respond once to all public speakers, only after all speakers have spoken. An individual council member's response shall be limited to 2 minutes. Is there anyone who wishes to speak during council response? Seeing as how there's no one who wishes to speak during council response, we'll move on to the consent agenda. What is the pleasure of the body? Complete separation. Councilman Pfeiffer made a motion for complete separation. Moving on to resolution 250118-T, charitable gaming license under Uncle Phil's Adventure and Philanthropy. What is the pleasure of the body?
Motion to postpone indefinitely.
I don't think he got the memo. There's a motion on the floor to postpone indefinitely. Is there support? Moved and properly supported by the councilwoman in the 5th Ward. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Alamin is not in. Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley is not in. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. Resolution 250118-T, charitable gaming license for Uncle Phil's Adventure and Philanthropy has been postponed indefinitely. Moving on to resolution 250264-T, which is the request for renaming of the Hasselbring Senior Center, the Eric B. Mays Community Service Center. What is the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
I'd like to send 250264 to council.
There's been a motion to send this resolution to council. Is there support? Councilwoman in the 5th Ward. Moved and properly supported by the councilwoman in the 5th Ward. Is there a discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 6th Ward.
I hope my council members will all support this. Hasselbrink, the doors, the late Councilman Mays of the 1st Ward made sure he kept this open. He came up with turning it into a nonprofit to save it from being sold off. He worked so hard and loved the Hasselbrink Center when it was on Home Street. It was, for me, not just enough to have it named Mays Center, but to have it named in his full government name, the Eric B. Mays Senior Center. It should adorn his name for how much he loved the seniors, the hustling there, the cornhole. I mean, he loved that place, and his presence will forever be missed. It was important when I saw the sign fall down after it was duct taped up there. It was like the building rejecting just that name. And so it was important to put his full name in honor of him. He didn't ask for much when he was here amongst us. And to put his name on that building, I think we should name it the Eric B. Mays Center because he's the one who made sure it wasn't sold off when our garbage trucks were sold off, when the Santa Claus was sold off, when everything we owned in the city of Flint was sold off. He worked tirelessly to make sure it was a place on the north side for people to go. So I'm asking for my colleagues to support this because it's a worthy cause. We have lost 2 council members this past last year, untimely. And Councilman Mays loved the Hasselbrink Senior Center. He did. I yield the floor, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Anybody else in the first round of discussion?
Madam Chair.
Councilman in the 9th Ward.
Thank you. I guess in looking at the resolution and in some of the communications that have been received internally, there are a couple of places on the resolution where it speaks to the Eric B. Mays Community Service Center. And then in the first paragraph, the third line, it just speaks to Mays Senior and Community Service Center. So I guess I want to make sure that I'm clear and that the resolution is clear on what we are really looking to officially call the building, because in the communication that we received with flyers for activities at the center, it says Mays Senior and Community Service Center. So which title or what's going to trail Eric B. Mays? Is it going to be Community Service Center? Is it going to be Senior and Community Service Center? What exactly are we looking, how are we looking to honor him with the naming of this building?
Is that too cool for me?
I guess
We want it to be the Eric B. Mays Community Service Center.
So are we looking to speak to senior at all?
So all of our centers are going to be community service centers, but during the day, it is a senior service center. Yes, but it's not just a senior service center, because when we name it just a senior service center, community members feel like we were closing it off from the community. But this particular one is a senior service center all day long.
So it will be called the Eric B. Mays Senior Center.
No, Community Service Center.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
if I may,
Yes.
Councilman Jarrett, I drafted the resolution this way because Hasselbrink was changed to the Mays Senior and Community Service Center. That's what it's officially called now. And also, I want to point out that
Request for information. You say officially.
Well,
that might be what they're
that's
calling
they
it.
call it now.
Okay, because we're looking to
And-
do the official thing sort of now.
And I also want to say that the reason why I worded it this way is because the council does not have the authority to change the name. And that's why I said they're appealing to the administration to honor their council's request to change the name. So council
I'm
does.
sorry, say that again.
The city council does not have the authority to change the name of the center, only the administration does. And that's why I phrased the resolution this way, so that you are appealing to them to honor your request to do so. They are referring to it as the Mays Community and Senior Center, however, saying it's not official, but the council does not have the authority to change the name.
Okay, then I guess that understood and said, I would like to see it be the Eric B. Mays Senior and Community Service Center.
But you don't have McKinley like that. And it's gonna be the same as McKinley.
Yeah, we have to be the
McKinley's
same
like
across the board.
Like
That-
the McKinley Center.
It's just the center, it's not a senior center.
But on all of the advertisements,
That's cool.
they
I'm
have
fine with it
Mays
that way.
Senior
We don't gotta belabor it.
and
Yeah.
Community Service Center. I'm just
I'm fine with it.
We're fine with it.
Yeah. So,
Make a
so
motion.
does this go to a what, a point
Point
one
one?
now?
Point one.
Yep.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to move this to a point one and have the resolution honoring a request by the city council regarding the renaming of the Hasselbring Senior Center to the Eric B. Mays Senior and Community Service Center.
The motion has been made by the councilman in the 9th Ward to change 25026.4 to 25026.41. Changing this resolution to read, requesting renaming of the Hasselbring Senior Center, the Eric B. Mays Senior and Community Service Center, and it was supported by the councilman in the 8th Ward.
Madam Chair.
Oh, yes.
Okay, there's no discussion on the motion to amend, so.
No, there's
roll
no
call.
discussion. Roll call. Yep.
Okay, this is the motion to amend to a point one. Dr. Lewis is not in. Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley is not in. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns? Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer? Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is not in. The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That has been amended to a point one. I need a motion. There's a motion to send 250264.1 to council. Is there support?
Support.
It's been moved and properly supported. Is there discussion in the first round? Is there discussion? Okay.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Councilwoman in the 5th Ward.
This is for the appointment to the Hurley Board.
No. We're still on, we're changing that to a point one.
Oh.
You good? All right, any discussion in the second round? Seeing as how there is no discussion, this is the roll call vote to move resolution 250264.1, which is the request renaming of Hasselbring Senior Center to the Eric B. Mays Senior and Community Service Center to council. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Priestley is absent. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis is absent. The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That resolution has been moved to council. Moving on to resolution 250133-T, which is the appointment to the Hurley Board of Hospital Managers, Dr. Khaled M. Ahmed. What is the pleasure of the body? No, it won't. No, it won't. It's gonna stay here. Just say leave it here. We've adjourned before and it stayed here. I didn't move it. So either make a motion to keep it here or make a motion to adjourn. It only moves to special affairs if I move
If
it.
we don't vote it, it stays right here.
There's a motion to adjourn and they're supported by the councilman in the 6th Ward.
Did you say I'm sorry, Madam Chair, did you say the 5th Ward or the 6th Ward?
6th Ward.
Okay. This is the roll call on the adjournment. Ms. Priestley is absent. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
Yes.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett?
Yes.
Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis is absent. Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. It's now 8:31 p.m. on Wednesday, August 20th. I hereby adjourn this legislative committee meeting.
Ooh, tiny picture of me. There we go. Hey guys, so it looks like that's it for City Council. They just cut the feed. So we'll catch you guys in the morning with the morning bump starting at 9 a.m. with Mickey, Mickey and Wintus, or Mickey and me. I don't know which one yet. Mickey and I are talking right now. Other than that, guys, you have a wonderful evening. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the morning. I should end.